asset, and adequacy of provision against asset losses. A main component of asset of the bank is loan and advances. Therefore, bank with good asset quality refers to the loan and advances that do not become bad. Do not become bad means that the loan installment are being paid promptly by the loan borrower. If a bank has low asset quality, we will say that the majority of the bank borrower did not pay back the debt, the loan promptly. Okay, there are many reasons for poor asset quality. The bank may have problem of poor loan documentation, where some of the loan documents were not sending for stamping properly or were not executed properly, and they may also facing problem of poor monitoring or loan account, and they have ineffective collection procedures when loan is not being collected, right? And to adopt a prudent banking, banks should have detailed credit evaluation process. They have to ensure that there are sufficient collateral as well as sufficient guarantee. So these are the 5 C's of credit in terms of having a detailed credit evaluation on the potential borrower. First, they may look at the character of the borrower. The character of borrower can be examined by looking at the willingness of the borrower to pay back the debt. This can be examined by looking at the past payment history of this potential borrower with another banks. And also they may wanted to know the capacity of the potential borrower to enter into a contract. For example, is the company established by law, or for individual customer, does that individual customer achieve the age of majority, and so forth. Third, they may look at in terms of capital. Capital refer to the amount of money invested into a business by the owner of the firm. Okay, the bank will prefer to lend to the owner of the firm who have contributed the funds and share out the risk. Next, the bank may look at the conditions of the economy. Okay, when economy is good, that may implies that borrower has more ability to pay back a debt and so forth. And they may also have to ensure that proper collateral is in place before they approve the loan. Okay, having looking at the credit evaluation process, we would like to know also what are the signal for the problem loans. This signal can be looked from 3 perspectives. First is operation of account, second is operation of business, and third is trade in a changing environment. In terms of operation of account, there are 3 perspectives. First is balance sheet, second income statement, and third is bank account statement. From balance sheet, if you see this indicator, when you see there's a slow in the receivable collection period, when you see that there's a decrease in inventory turnover, then that shows that the borrower could have problem later on to pay back the debts. In terms of income statement, you see that when the sales decline and profit decrease, or sales increase or profit reduce, which signifies that the cost could be too high, then that's also a problem, right? And in terms of bank account statement, when you see that there's a declining bank balance and heavy reliance on overdraft, this shows that the customer may have problem later on. From second indicator, which is operation of business, when you see these indicators, reducing profit trend, poor financial records and operating control, loss of key product lines and franchises which will have the potential to affect the profit at the end of the day, and poor maintenance of plant and equipment, means that the business of the firm could be affected. And third is the trade in a changing environment. When you see that there's a slow in economic condition, changes in government regulation and policies, catastrophic events such as storm, fire and flood, that may also shows that something may happen to your potential borrower or your existing borrower to pay back the debts. Okay, looking at the detection of the problem loan or red flags in the problem loans, we will look at what is going on next. If this condition affect your borrower and your borrower still have the ability to pay, then there will be no problem. If it affect your borrower and the borrower does not have the ability to pay back, then the bank may need to take the loan recovery techniques and procedures. So there are 5 stages of loan recovery. First is cooperative workout agreement, second is collateral liquidation, third is reducing debt to judgment, fourth is enforcement and collection of judgment which involve court proceeding, and last but not least is a bankruptcy when you really cannot recover any money back from the borrower. So these are all about asset